England are through to the semi-finals of Euro 2024. It's the third time the Three Lions have reached the semi-final under Gareth Southgate. Is Southgate tactical genius, or is he relying on individual quality? Is Southgate relying on individual quality to get him through games? It's your boy Enzo. Welcome to EMGM SPORTS. Let me say this before I just start this. I know a lot of people don't rate Southgate. Yeah, I'm one of his biggest critics as well. I feel like he doesn't get that. He's not getting the best out of the players that he has at his disposal. Do you know what I mean? He's got some great players in there, some great talent. Phil Foden, Jude Bellingham, Harry Kane, Bukayo Saka, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Like, I just feel like he's not getting the best out of these players. I just feel like another coach who's perhaps more adventurous, who has more tactical nuance, can do better with this current England squad. But Southgate did make some changes yesterday. He switched the formation to 5 at the back, which I feel like it suited England more. I feel like it did suit England more. It gave them more balance, even though on that left-hand side with Trippier, they're still not balanced on that left-hand side. However, the team did look better. They played better. I wouldn't say that they were better than Switzerland and dominated Switzerland. I wouldn't say that, but it looked much better. Foden specifically looked more comfortable in that system than he did in the previous 4 games. Sorry. So yeah, he looked much better. So for that, you have to salute Southgate for making that tactical change, but England can still do better. Nevertheless, the game went to penalties and England won the game. It was good. I was happy for some of the players, especially Bukayo Saka, scoring his penalty, because last time he missed a penalty, we all know what happened. He received some crazy abuse, which was undeserved. You know what I mean? When a player goes up to take a penalty, we all know how penalties are. Penalties are a luxury. Do you know what I mean? Like, penalties are a lottery. Do you know what I mean? Like, any player can miss. We've seen some of the greatest players that's ever played, miss penalties. Roberto Baggio missed the penalty which lost Italy the World Cup. So it happens. These things happen. But the abuse that Bukayo Saka got, I just feel like that was undeserved. So I was really happy for Bukayo Saka. He also scored the equalizer in the game, which came at a vital time, because like England needed that game. Do you know what I mean? After going behind. So yeah, man, great. Congratulations to Bukayo Saka, man. You know what I mean? What a boy. Do you know what I mean? He's one of those players where Saka's one of those players where I don't even support Arsenal yet, but I just like him. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's the type of player that, fans from other clubs just like Bukayo Saka, because he's a star boy. Do you know what I mean? He was just great personality, great guy overall. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about how England performed against Switzerland. Both teams kind of matched each other. I feel like the first half kind of drifted, not much happening. But England did start. They were positive, they were probing. So did Switzerland as well. Switzerland were probing, they were positive as well. So both teams kind of matched each other. I wouldn't say one was really on top of the other in the first half. He kind of passed by, not too many. There was a few chances where Bukayo Saka, like, on the right, he skipped past the defender and kind of like put the ball in the box. Kane was again too slow to getting in there. And then Saka set up Kobe Mainoo, but then he was, the shot was blocked by Saka as well. So overall, first half, it was okay, but a massive improvement to what we've seen, what England been playing in the previous 4 games. Second half, again, it was drifting, go to the 60th minute. I'm just speeding up here. Southgate didn't really make too many. Again, the criticism with Southgate, like, he's not a proactive manager. You can see that, the tide was starting to turn. Switzerland were getting on top with passing the ball a bit more quicker, going to the wing, using their wing backs. Shaw was, pinging them crosses in. And you can tell that England needed something different in that second half. But again, Southgate was waiting and waiting. You know, at this time, we're looking at 65th minute, and Switzerland have already made 2 substitutions. England's still waiting, and I think it was around the 74th minute. Switzerland got their goal, a little deflection from Konza, and then their striker tapped in the far post. But, you know, credit to Southgate. He reacted quick, though. Like, I think around about 2 minutes after that, England managed to get their subs on. Luke Shaw came on. Eze came on. And again, straight away, as soon as the subs came on, oh, yeah, who else came on? Cole Palmer came on as well. As soon as the subs came on, you can see the massive difference he made on the left-hand side. You know, with Luke Shaw, natural left-sided player, left-footed player, just, again, gave that team balance. Eze as well, he was probing on that left side, get the left side balance. Cole Palmer was in there probing. Do you know what I mean? You know, we already know Cole Palmer. He's a very positive player. So those changes, you know, massively helped the team. And I'm always thinking like, oh, imagine they came in a bit early. Do you know what I mean? Why wait to go behind before making those changes when you can just make those changes a bit more quicker? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's something that Southgate really has to work on. He really has to work on being more productive, like work on taking the initiative when when you see your team struggling, like go ahead, go on, make those subs, be brave, take Harry Kane off. Do you know what I mean? Harry Kane didn't have a particularly good game yesterday. You know, take him off, put Ivan Toney, put Watkins, put them on early. Give them 30 to 25 minutes to really work the defenders. Don't put them on with 5 minutes left. But yeah, just going back to the equalizer, you know, good, some decent play, decent passing, and the ball goes out wide to Saka. He does exactly what he does for Arsenal week in, week out in the Premier League. Cuts in and bends it, far post, and he goes in. He comes off the post actually, and he goes in the goal. So yeah, typical Saka goal. You know, I was so happy for him, and at that moment, England had momentum. And I feel like at that time, like England should have gone. I was sitting there watching the game and thinking, go on, like this is it, go on, go get that goal, go get that second goal and win the game. Do you know what I mean? But then again, it's England. Started retreating again. They were kind of like happy just to let the game go by, and they were lucky because Switzerland could have scored, I think, in a dying minutes. And you know, so extra time, not much really to rave about, really. Again, he drifted, extra time drifted, a few chances here and there, but it just looked like both teams were happy to go on penalties. Both teams were just like, you know what, you know, we're happy with this. We'll go on penalty and fancy our chances, which is always a mistake because like penalties, like, you know, guaranteed. So if I'm a manager, I'm a player out there, I'm trying to be the hero. I'm grabbing that game by the scruff of the neck, and I want to get that goal. Do you know what I mean? If I'm a manager, I'll be more proactive and try and win the game in 90 minutes or win it within extra time. Don't wait for it to go on penalty, because we see what happens in penalties. One miss and that's it. Your team, all right, you're going home. Then you're on the plane sitting back, you know, thinking of what could have been. Do you know what I mean? But it's too late. You let the game go to penalties. But England, again, fantastic in penalties. Cole Palmer, cool as ice. Do you know what I mean? Great penalty. All of England penalties were good penalties. Palmer, good penalty. Ivan Toney, he wasn't even looking at the ball. I don't know how he does that, but he wasn't looking at the ball, but scored. Good goal. And obviously, who else took a penalty? Jude Bellingham, cool as ice. Cold. Great penalty. And obviously the final penalty is Trent Alexander-Arnold. That was to win the game after Akanji missed his penalty early on. Actually, Akanji missed the first penalty, and yeah, man, Trent Alexander-Arnold came on with I think he had about 10 minutes in the game, and yeah, man, slaughtered it in. Nice penalty. The keeper went the wrong way anyway. So yeah, great penalty by England overall. They got the win. You know, the whole country's happy. The mood's lifted. Do you know what I mean? And England will face the Netherlands in the semi-finals, and that's going to be an interesting game. I don't particularly think this is the greatest Dutch, you know, Holland team that we've ever seen. We've seen them with better players in the past, Ruud van Nistelrooy and Van Persie, Seedorf. Do you know what I mean? All these other great players that we've seen in the past, but they are solid at the back with Van Dijk. You know, he's still pulling the strings at the back. So they are good. Memphis Depay, again, flights to deceive. Yeah, Memphis Depay is not. He's not. I don't know, man. He's just. I don't know what he's doing in these Euros, but he hasn't been great, But still dangerous. Still dangerous. He's one of those players where on his day he can do a bit of magic as well. Weghorst, when he comes on as a sub in the 75th minute, he causes chaos, and he'll cause England a lot of chaos as well when he comes in the next game. With England, should they stick with the same formation that they used against the Swiss? Because obviously the Netherlands, they play with four at the back. The only reason why I think Southgate went to five at the back, he wanted to match the Swiss. But would he stick to that formation, five at the back? I think he should. I feel like that formation gave the team balance. It allowed Jude Bellingham and Foden to both players number 10s, and really Foden, I think that was actually one of his best games against Switzerland. He was getting the ball, he was spraying it about, doing little passes and stuff like that. He looked more comfortable in a 10 than playing on the left as he did the previous 4 games. So I think Southgate should stick to the 5 at the back. The only question is, obviously Konza played really well in that back 3. Now Mike Gay is back after his suspension. Do you then just slot him back in there, or you let Konza carry on with the great work that he did? Me personally, I think Gay should come back in because he played really well in the previous 4 games, and it will be unfair to not put him back because he's had great performances. Konza can always come in as a sub, whatever, or if someone else gets injured, we know Konza has got that position covered. So yeah. Again, Luke Shaw he played the whole of the extra time, and he had about 15, 20 minutes as well in the second half. So do you then bring Luke Shaw straight back into the team? Because then that gives balance on that left-hand side. But if you bring Luke Shaw back in, how long do you give him in a game? Do you give him 60 minutes, then take him off? Or do you start with Trippier, be a bit more safe, start with Trippier, and then as the game goes on, you then bring on a Luke Shaw around about his 70th minute, so then he's got half an hour to close off the game. So it will all depend on what Southgate and his staff are thinking of doing. But for me personally, I'll keep the 5 at the back because the team looked more balanced. Now, in terms of play, England have to massively improve. If they want to beat the Dutch, they have to massively improve. They have to create far more chances than they have in this tournament this far. I mean, they're just not creating enough chances. In a game against the Swiss, I think they had 3 shots on target. That's not good enough, man. I feel like if you want to win this tournament, especially now we get to this stage, semi-finals, there's no easy games now. You're playing against the big boys now. The Netherlands, great experience. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to just come laying down and let England walk through them. They're going to be tough. They're going to be tough. It's going to be a tough game. I think it's a 50-50 match. Both teams haven't really impressed. Having impressed in the Euros, they both haven't really arrived. I feel like the Netherlands, they had a better game against Romania, but then it's Romania. Do you know what I mean? Also against Turkey, they showed great determination, great fight, bravery to come back, win the game, and also they had to hang on in the end. Turkey were throwing balls, spreading balls in the box, and Turkey had a few chances to equalize, but to be fair to the Netherlands, they hang on in there, do you know what I mean? And they managed to close the game out and go through to the semi-finals to face England. So it's gonna be a very interesting matchup. Me personally, I make England slight favorites for that game. I just feel like England have more match winners than the Netherlands. They have more individual brilliance in their team to win that game. But then again, it's England. Do you know what I mean? They're gonna give people heart attacks. They're gonna make people anxious. Do you know what I mean? But if England can really go out there, yeah, and their players perform to their maximum ability, they'll beat the Dutch. They should beat the Dutch with Foden, Bellingham, Kane, Saka. Do you know what I mean? Mainu, Declan Rice, Carl Walker. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've got so many players. There's also coming off the bench as well. England have a very strong bench. Cole Palmer. They've got Anthony Gordon, who hasn't even playing. Watkins, Tony. All these players can come on. Trent Alexander-Arnold. These players can all come on and make a massive difference in the game. England have that. What do you call it? England have the depth. Do you know what I mean? They have that strength in depth to beat a lot of these teams. And it's just about Gareth Southgate managing the squad and utilizing the players at the right time. It's all about him knowing, okay, it's the 60th minute, the team is struggling, let me bring on this player. Or even if England score first and England are winning 1-0, and it gets to the 60th, 70th minute, they're still winning. Bring on another sub. Bring on a sub, and don't be scared to take off a Kane. Take him off if he's not performing. If Bellingham or Foden are not performing, take them off. Bring on a Cole Palmer. Bring on a Bowen. Someone to change the game, to change the dynamic of play. Do you know what I mean? I don't know why Southgate is so scared to take off some of these big players here. Look, this is probably your last Euro, Southgate. You might as well go out with a bang. No point being pragmatic. No point being scared. Yeah, if this is your final tournament, yeah, if it's your final tournament, just go out with a bang. Go out with a bang and just sod it all. You know, just play. Come on, man. Come on. You got a very good squad, very talented squad. I tell you what, Southgate will regret it if he gets knocked out in the semi-final against the Dutch. He'll always think, yeah, for the rest of his life, he'll think, what if? Do you know what I mean? What if? And that's something that you don't want to have those type of regrets in your life, thinking, what if I did this? What if I done that? No. Do it now. While you're in this moment, England will never have a better opportunity. This is a great opportunity. England had a great opportunity when they played at Wembley against the Italians in the Euro final, and they lost it again because of Southgate's very negative mindset, very negative substitutions. He allowed the Italians to get back in that game. Do not allow history to repeat itself at this Euro, Southgate. You've got a great opportunity to go out there, win a Euros with England, be knighted, become a legend, and live your life as a king forever. You have a chance to make history. And this responsibility is not just with the manager, it's also with the players, the likes of Phil Foden, Harry Kane, all you, Jude Bellingham, all you guys. You have a chance to make history here. England haven't won anything for half a century. Yeah, they haven't won anything. This is a chance for you boys to make history, to become heroes, national heroes, and be knighted. You'll be remembered forever. All the kids playing in the park will remember all you players. So go out there, give it your best shot. Give it your best shot. Have no regret. Come on, you guys. Phil Foden, Premier League player of the season. Jude Bellingham, Premier League La Liga player of the season. Harry Kane, top goal scorer in the Bundesliga. Come on, Saka. Great season for Arsenal. John Stones at the back. Great season with Man City. You know what I mean? He's won 4 leagues in a row. He won the treble the season before. Come on, you guys. You can play so much better. Be brave. Go out there and get the job done. Beat the Dutch. You're a much better side than the Netherlands. Beat them, and come on. In the final, anything can happen. In the final, you play France or Spain. It doesn't matter. It's a one-off game in the final, and anyone can win it. England should not be scared of any team. When it gets to the final, whether it's Spain or France, England should not be scared. They can beat any team on their day. So, yeah, that was my piece on it. That was my piece on it in the Euro so far. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will do a match preview of England versus Netherlands on Wednesday. So look out for that. Make sure to don't forget. Oh yeah, I was gonna say, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so that you can know when our new videos are out. This is me, Enzo, EMGM Sports. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.